What's up, guys? Twintuitive717 here. I am back with another reading. We're going to dive right into a collective message, okay? So what that means is the title somehow resonates with something that you may be going through. I ask that the universe provide clarity on your journey. Okay, so let's see some major themes that are going on that you need to be aware of. Okay, so tower moments for many of you. Tower moments isn't always a bad thing in my opinion. It just means that the universe may be trying to get your attention in some way. So pay attention to just major things that could be stressing you out right now. That's how I see tower moments, you know, things that really need to go. It needs to change. It needs to shift. This could be some kind of habit that you're keeping. It could be in the form of company, people, friends, habits, routines. Something needs to shift, and the universe may be bringing a little bit of chaos into your life. Okay, so things could be falling apart in a sense to get your attention, to let you know that you need to do a better job of managing your daily routine or your schedule. Okay, so maybe you need to make healthier habits. Maybe unhealthy habits are catching up with you. Okay, we can definitely get some clarity on where that could be happening. Okay, so we have nostalgia, we have memories. So I do see someone that wishes something were different. Okay, maybe you're going back into the past. Maybe you feel like a tower moment's happening because it's okay to revisit the good times or the happy times, but you can't stay there. Okay, some of you maybe woulda, coulda, shoulda, and you're staying in that energy of regret, and something needs to change. This could have a lot to do with a relationship. I see two people in this card, okay? Maybe lately you're experiencing, and that tower moment is unhappiness, disharmony, always getting into an argument with this person. I think maybe what needs to change is that space. This is why you probably keep going back to that place of the good times. Maybe when you were free and you were single. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with that shift, but you could be afraid of making it because... Let's see why. Let's get clarity on why it is you're afraid of making this shift. Because sometimes, too, with the tower moment, it's hard to pull out of the cycles when many of us are in it. We recognize that it's happening, or we recognize that there's chaos occurring, but it's still hard to shift out of those bad habits, okay? That's why maybe seeds are coming out, planting new seeds. Guys, so sorry, guys. My allergies have been kicking my butt, so... I've been a little bit sniffly, so bear with me. I'm so sorry to interrupt the message going. But we, again, had seeds coming out. So, you know, seeds in springtime, it's a significant card coming out because I feel like now is the time. Many of you are trying to avoid the energy of procrastination, and I feel like every time it's a new cycle, meaning a new year, you have a lot of these big plans to shift a lot of the things that's been bothering you within the last few months, but something that you need is action, okay? And planting new seeds is coming in the form of creating new habits slowly. It doesn't have to be overnight and boom, you're a different person. But I feel like many of you make these big plans and then you're not following through on them. So planting seeds is also a sign of spring coming, and it's like you need to start planting those ideas and putting them into place because come September of next year, it'll be about picking those fruits of your labor and enjoying them. Okay, so many of you may be needing to clear away something that is consistently bringing you a lot of, I just want to say, like, you know, negative patterns, things that you're really trying to get rid of, but you may not know how to say goodbye. Okay, we have regret and repression. You may have a lot of regrets. That's why I was saying at the beginning of the reading, shoulda, woulda, coulda. And that's maybe the store moment here, is being stuck in regret. But I feel like you're not actually stuck. The clarity that you may be receiving through this message, or your third eye opening, which is why new seeds need to be planted, is so that you can continue to receive that clarity. Many of you need to know that you don't have to stay in this energy of regret and repress who it is you are. The repression is what's causing the disharmony and conflict, okay? I feel like I'm picking up on either whoever is listening. You could be feeling this, and also the person that you're with is feeling this, but it's like a relationship between two people that it's getting exhausting and draining, the constant conflict and arguments. And I'm hearing especially over the little things. Can we get clarity over these arguments? What triggers it the most between these two people? Oh, you're getting another Tower card here. Fate, detours, divine interventions. Divine interventions could be a lot of things that are trying to get your attention that you've already come as far as you can on this relationship or path. A lot of lightning, which I'm hearing is like two people who get easily triggered. They don't know how to deal with their emotions when it comes to arguments. They blow things out of proportion. And then they come back and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. But then by that time, it's like whoever this person is, your brain's already fried by that time. It's like the damage has been done. Okay. What do you need to know moving forward? If this reading is resonating with you, what do you need to know moving forward? Okay, so we have remember and we have awakening. And I think that this ties back to the memory card. Something about nostalgia is making you feel like you need to go back to something or you need to revisit something. Okay, I feel like the clarity as well is like, a lot of you are growing out of this relationship, and many of you are realizing that a lot of these triggers, a lot of these arguments that keep happening with them, it's a clear sign that you need to make an ending here, right? But that comes along with planting new seeds of thought for yourself. Try to figure out why it is you stay. And then once you can work it out from there, you know, you've got to find the courage to plant a new seed that gets you growing in a different direction. Okay, what do you need to, again, know moving forward? Away from these conflicts, these triggers, this very high emotional relationship. I'll take what's at the top and what's at the bottom. Okay, so facade and beliefs. I feel like it's time to take off the mask. Oftentimes when I see this card as well, I see someone afraid of hurting somebody else's feelings. So it could represent someone who chooses to stay in a karmic relationship, for example, and they put their feelings aside and they put their priorities aside because they're so afraid of taking on that person's burdens, or not really taking on, but they're so afraid of unloading that person's burdens. So they carry the weight of their emotional burdens. And I feel like this could be somebody taking that mask off and realizing that they may be needing to put themselves first. That could be the epiphany or breakthrough that they're having. And I guess what I'm trying to say by that is I'm really picking up on someone who stays in a relationship because they really don't want that person that they're with to experience the hurt of the breakup or the separation or the fact that they just don't feel like themselves. I'm not myself when I'm with you. Okay, somebody could be realizing that, wait a second, why do I keep making myself miserable to please this other person? Like, I really don't want to stay in this contract. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for this person, is growth and change in that area of their life. Let's see what their best course of action is. This could be you as well, feeling like you could be in this relationship. What is your best course of action? I'm hearing, should I stay or should I go? I feel like you already know that you may need to let go. It's just you need that gentle push or you need that reminder. We have the Six of Spring here, which is wonderful news on its way. Smart choices, ooh, that bring rewards. Success and public recognition. This card could represent a huge lift in your energy once you choose yourself. Okay, that is what victory means, with good news being on its way, and the words literally smart choices. I feel like it represents these seeds that you're planting. Okay, so some of the things that are coming up when it comes to victory and moving in this direction is the seeds that you're planting that's going to end up getting you out of the like wearing a mask and feeling really afraid. It could be like the numbing. Okay, so some of you are afraid to be yourselves because you may be numbing. Okay, it could be a variety of different substances that stops you from being your true authentic self. So becoming more clear-minded is the clarity card here. Okay, so if a lot of you feel like, I'm so stressed out, I need to turn to this vice, and then you address your problems, you're always going to sweep it under the rug, or you're always going to let somebody steamroll you. So the first thing that I feel like you need to know in order for you to have the victory getting out of this disharmonious relationship is that you need to stay focused and clear-minded. Okay, how do you do that? Okay, so we have balance. Okay, so take everyone's input into consideration, merge viewpoints to create a better solution. So take your time, and there's no need to rush. Okay, and I feel like many of you are getting that there's no need to rush because there's bigger fish to fry. Like, it could come in the form of like maybe your health. And I think that that's why the vices is coming out, maybe substances. Just getting healthy first, getting balanced in your own energy first, and then knowing the solutions will come. Okay, can we get some more clarity since this is a major arcana? I feel like we already have clarity that you know that you need to make an important decision. What else is your best course of action with moving towards this balance? So we have the Six of Autumns, okay? Now, this has a lot to do with money, okay? So this could be why you're being forced to slow down and maybe not take your time. Unexpected money and repaying a debt, okay? So the good you do ends up coming back to you. So I feel like many of you are being called to take the high road in all of this, okay? Slowly dismantle things and you will have your victory. I'm also getting as well, the good you do comes back to you, unexpected inflow of money. A lot of you in this particular relationship, I feel like you've really experienced a debt, okay? A lot of regret is coming from the debts that you now have because of this relationship. But I feel like you were coming from a good place. You had good intentions in this relationship. You may have tried to overgive, like spoil this person, do a lot of, luxurious things for this person. And now it feels like you're just left with a debt to repay in a sense. But I'm also hearing that the good you do comes back to you. If you were coming from a place of love, then expect in return to be, like the next relationship that you are in or experience, it'll have a lot of that equal give and take. Or you might end up finding that you find someone who wants to take care of you. They want to spoil you. They want to, give you all of your favorite things. Okay. That's why I definitely feel like this reading is about a relationship between two people that I feel like it's naturally coming to an end. And for the person that's listening on like, what should I do about this? I feel like there's no second guessing. Okay. You're making the right, decision. Plant new seeds for yourself so that by springtime, you're really able to venture off on your own path. Let's cut the deck in half and see what's in store come springtime. Okay, a lot of major arcana energy for whoever this is. That's why I feel like it's a really important decision for you, because again, you may have spent a lot of time staying in this particular relationship because it's hard, right? Like when you're the type of person who like you just feel bad, like you're like, oh my god, I feel so bad to like break this person's heart or leave this person on their own. I know I'm going to be good because I maybe know how to take care of myself, but it's like, I don't know if they're going to be okay. They're probably going to be an emotional mess or an emotional wreck. I feel like it's not your job to manage other people's emotions. It's their own job to manage their own emotions. And a lot of the times when somebody catches you in that particular demeanor where they know that they can manipulate you through the use of their emotions, it's like you fall into the trap of doing that. And let's say they're not even trying to manipulate you, I feel like you never really give them a chance to grow. You never really give them that soul shock that says, you know what, like it's not the end of the world, like to give us some space or to give us time to breathe or for us to go in another direction, and hopefully we'll cross paths again. And if not, it's like wanting to just wish each other well. I feel like a lot of your feelings are being maybe validated through just coming into this clarity or this understanding. Whoever you are, I feel like you're maturing when it comes to this relationship, or something about you no longer fearing the end. Okay, the Unity card is about doing the right thing for the right reason. Okay, traditional versus new approaches. Okay, so whatever works best for you. Some of you also could have stayed in this relationship because of certain traditions. Okay, maybe it's what other people want for you, but they don't realize that behind the scenes it's like you're not happy continuing this tradition. You're not happy being with the person that your family wants for you, or maybe you've grown out of a relationship with someone that you have been comfortable and it just works and everybody likes them, but it's like deep down inside you're not as passionate as you used to be. You're not as creative as you used to be. The sexual energy is gone. This person feels like a roommate versus a lover. And maybe wanting romance or passion in a relationship is something that's important to you, and you're tired of sweeping that under the rug for the sake of, I guess, this unity, doing the right thing for the right reason, right? Comparing traditional versus new approaches. Some of you want to blossom or maybe break free. Can I get some clarity around that? What does your soul want to reveal to you through this reading? What it is you may be just kind of longing for, okay? So the Magician, you can do anything. Take charge of your life, okay? So you can manifest what you want to be a success. I feel like a lot of you can feel it in your heart and soul that it's like, I really do have the power to create my own life and make my own decisions. But I think what ends up stopping us is that, we really do need to be accountable. A lot of the times this is a test of independence. It is a test of honor and faith and being able to walk the talk and be able to make your own decisions. It comes along with having that autonomy and that independence. So I feel like a lot of you may be aching to just be your own person or to just breathe for a bit. And you might, have a big task ahead of you, which is having the strength within you to say, hey, listen, like I need to balance myself again. With this major arcana coming through, there's a relationship that some of you may be in and you're out of balance with it, and it's okay. And it's okay to feel bad also. But again, maybe you need that gentle push and that reminder that you really aren't here to be responsible to carry anybody else's emotional baggage. Okay? So that's what I have for you guys for this one. I hope it brings you clarity. If you would like to speak to me anytime, go ahead and hit me up on my Hipsy profile. You'll be able to speak to me or text me, and we can perhaps maybe pull a few more cards and give you some even more clarity on where you should go from here. And I'm definitely open to just listening to your side of things. Okay, so again, find me on Hipsy.com. You guys can speak to me or you can text me, whatever you choose. And I am available daily. All right, guys, so take it easy and I'll catch you in the next reading. Okay, all right, bye, guys.